Hey dreamers, this is Jade. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am here for another journal with me session. I feel like it's been a while since I've done a proper one of these. And so you all know, if you have been here with any regularity, that I have had trouble in my Hobonichi Avec, and it is past March. It is April now, and I have decided to just abandon that. I am not feeling it. I'm not vibing with it, and so I decided to move on to a different notebook. I was weighing my options, and I remembered that I had just bought some personal sizes from Chic Sparrow that actually have a bigger grid, which I do love. As I said, it's personal size, and it has the Tomoe River paper, or the Sanzen paper is what they call it now. And so I decided to try that out, and I've done a few spreads in this first before bringing it here and actually filming a journal with me, just to try it out, to audition it, to see how I like it. And so far I am really loving it. I love the size, I love the paper. There is some ghosting, there is some bleed through with some things, and it's just a matter of figuring out what's what, because I didn't like do any test pages or anything like that. But for the most part, I love this paper. If there is entirely too much ghosting for me or bleed through, then I will just glue like the pages together and continue on. And so far that has been working for me. As I said, I've only done a few test spreads in here, and I am loving it. And I will say that I have been wanting to get back into my colorful era. I feel like I have gotten away from that for a while, and I knew something. I just felt like something was missing from my journaling and stuff like that. And I ended up coming across an old video by Little Raven Ink, and I was watching her, and she uses, well, at least in her old videos, she used to use a lot of color, and I was like, that's what it is. I'm not using my watercolors or my stains and stuff like that the way I used to. So I have been trying to incorporate more color back into my spreads. And so as you can see, I started out this spread with a wash of watercolors. These are the Primer colors that are the pastels. I do believe that they are now under the umbrella of course I have forgotten the name of that watercolor that I forgot. I'm sorry. I've forgotten the name of the. What is the name of the freaking watercolors people that come out with all the? I forgot. If I can find the link for it below, it will be there. God, hopefully I'll remember before the video is over. But anyway, moving on. So I just decided I am ending March here. I do have a couple other March spreads. As I said, I did some testing and working it out and trying it out and seeing how I liked it. But I wanted to film the spread of my favorites for the end of March. It's been a while since I've done a March of favorites page. Actually, I did do one in my my Hobonichi Avec for maybe February or something like that. But I had to limit it to one page because the Avec is one, you know what I'm saying, like it's dated, and I don't even want to get into it. The dates were really constricting me in what I could do, and I know now that I just am not a dated person. I found that out years ago, and I thought that maybe to keep myself accountable, I could go back to dates and I would be able to keep up, and I just haven't been able to do that, and I just did not like the Avec. It did not work out for me, so I am going back to what I know. And so far I'm enjoying this. We'll see how it works out going forward. So this will be what I'll be using in Q2. I hate wasting that Avec, so maybe I will repurpose it for some other type of project or whatever, or maybe I will journal in it again and just ignore the dates. I don't know. But also, it's not just the dates that's getting to me, it's also the quotes at the bottom. It's just a lot of things that I just wasn't vibing with the Avec for. So yeah, anyway, this is giving me a lot more freedom to just do what I want to do, excuse me, and get what I need to get done and down on the paper. And as I said, I am enjoying this size. This is different from the A6 a little bit, but it's working out for me. So I'm hoping to continue in this for the rest of the year. So wish me luck, fingers crossed. As I said, I am doing my March faves, so I did get my watch list out first, and there's a lot of blank space down there that I'll end up filling in with some stickers. And then of course I moved on to the books that were my favorite for the month: Oathbound and King of Wrath. Especially Oathbound. Oathbound was like spectacular. You're talking about a 5-star book. Oh my God, Tracy Dion, what are you putting in the Legendborn series? Because I have I have enjoyed every single book that you have put out. And to my knowledge, there will be more books in the Legendborn series. I thought Oathbound was going to be the last one. However, the way it ended, there's no way it's going to be the last one. And there are some other things that need to be cleared up before the series ends. So I think we're looking into 1 or 2 more books for this series. However many, I am looking forward to them. Tracy Dion is eating with this series. I have enjoyed every single one exponentially. Exponentially, okay? And the fact that it's like the setting is so familiar to me, love it. And so yeah, I did end up using my receipt of 5 for the month of March to use that as well, instead of just printing out the cover of the lone thing that I was listening to on repeat. Treasure by Bruno Mars happened to be the one that I was listening to on repeat the most. It came into my head. I'm having this thing where I have random songs pop into my head during the course of the month. Usually when I wake up, like there's something playing in my head, and so what I'm trying to do is keep a better account of it. So whatever day it is, if I have something random playing in my head, I try to write it down so I can just make a list of it during the month, or at the end of the month, because it's weird. I mean, like, it's fine if it's something that I know that I've heard, like if I was scrolling through TikTok and there's a viral song that's going, but there's a song that people are using all the time or something like that, or I have just been listening to something, so it makes sense that that's in my head when I wake up. But when it's just something random that I hadn't heard in forever, I try to make note of it, and I make note of the other ones as well, but I definitely try to make note of the very random ones that I hadn't heard in a while. Like recently, I heard All I Need by Mary J and Method Man in my head. And then also, what was that? That song by City High. I remember that song. What would you do if your son was at home crying all on the bedroom floor because he's hungry? Why am I listening to that? Why is that in my head when I wake up? It was crazy. So anyway, I'm trying to keep an account of all of that as well. And eventually it'll get in my journal. I do write them down. I try to write them down on the days that I do it. So like in my little calendar or whatever and whatnot. But anyway, I am just getting this all finished up. I had to stencil out that so it could like pop off the page more, and I could just kind of correct any little mistakes when I was using my Posca pen. Anything I have used in the making of this spread, if I can find a link for it, it will be below. You can check there. And here I'm just filling in that space with some images from One Piece of the monster trio here, Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. And I did that because, as I said, I needed to fill in that space. And then One Piece happened to be one of the things that, of course, I loved throughout the course of March. I think I got through the Water 7 arc and the Ennis Lobby arc, and I love both of those arcs so good. So yeah, I wanted to make note of that. And that is pretty much what we're going to do here, wrapping up this video. Art philosophy, it came to me. Art philosophy is the brand that these watercolors are under now. You could probably still find the Primas, but it's Art Philosophy. Oh my God, I knew it would come to me. So anyway, that wraps this up. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I trust that you all have been safe and well. If you enjoy this content, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.